you all doing tonight? My name is Bigbobbedboi and welcome. So, TBC has been out a while now. Wait, what? Oh shit. Alright, this video's a little late. 6 weeks, damn. Anyway, I kind of wanted to talk about how TBC Klazzic has been. Did it live up to the expectations? Is it good, or did Blizzard shit all over TBC and ruin it as they are known to do? Well, let's break it down. The leveling. Obviously, it's the first thing you do in TBC, so it's the first thing we're going to talk about. I did not stream any leveling until 69, the best of all levels. I wanted to enjoy the leveling to its fullest, and I think I did that. Interestingly, the leveling experiences I've had in TBC Klazzic very closely line up with my experiences leveling in original TBC, so I guess that's good. That first character through the dark portal, oh, like Max says, it's better than busting a nut.
Better than busting a nut.
It was so good. Now, I knew that I really didn't like Hellfire. I remembered that from original, and I had already done it on the beta. Hellfire is not my favorite. I did exactly what I said I would do in my 10 things to know before going into TBC video. Pretty much skipped all of the eastern part of Hellfire and went into Zangar at 61. It went beautifully. At that point, there was no crowd. I got to quest at my own pace, and Zangar is great all around. I love that place. Except for those fucking broken that poison stun you. Fuck those guys. They are fucked. I swear, Hunter Jesus himself was at the keyboard because I flew through those levels to 64 where Hunter becomes phenomenal. It's like, actually, I'm just gonna clip myself because I can't put it any better now. When I'm pumping out steadies after popping all my cooldowns, it's like Hunter Jesus himself has pissed arrows of joy all over me, and it couldn't be any better. Tarot is a little slow, but otherwise I do like that zone. It's got mostly good quests, but there are a few shitty ones. That place with all the thoughts is really goddamn dangerous, as is any place with a lot of thoughts, I guess. That stupid quest where you have to hit a drum and you summon a bunch of sand gnomes. I already can't stand gnomes. Why make it worse and add sand gnomes? Tarot does have a really nice atmosphere though. I have always loved it. Nagrand is some dope shit. That was my favorite zone in original TBC and I still love it. So many iconic quests like Dern, Nessingweary, the Blade Master guy, fucking talbuks. Ugh, the fucking talbuks. And it will always be pronounced Nagrand, not Nagrand. That is dumb. Now, Blade's Edge I really remembered not liking in original TBC, but that was mainly around launch. Once you know to kinda not try to take shortcuts jumping off the mountains, because you'll get your corpse stuck halfway down a cliff and have spear res, well then it's not a bad zone. And there's more than one graveyard, which was a big problem at original launch. I also didn't remember doing most of the Horde quests here, and they were really damn good. I remembered the stuff with Sablemane, but Horde instead gets a fellow Hunter Jesus follower, Rexar, and that was a really fun quest line. Then I rolled into Netherstorm at 68, but did most of the quests there at 70, since I was doing a lot of dungeons at that point for gear, and I really don't think I need to say much about Netherstorm. Everybody loves it. It's got tons of great quests like Dr. Boom, and the one where you gotta save Area 52 from a Fell Reaver with a smaller Fell Reaver. Really great zone. I mean, it even has a ghost cow, which is awesome, although morbid. Shadow Moon Valley. Like Hellfire, not one of my favorites. I never go there to level. It's not a zone I enjoyed in original, and while I don't hate it, I don't have a lot of fun in there. I just do the quest for gold, the attunes, and get out. Once the HMR was at 70, I started on the priest. While I did do a lot of dungeoning on the priest level, I did most of the quests in Hellfire, Zangar, Terokar, and Nagron. None of them are quite as fun the second time around, but damn, Hellfire Peninsula is not fun the second time. Working on other alts, third time, the fourth time, yeah, Jesus Christ. HFP really wears on me. But Zangar and Nagrand generally hold up. I've had fun on them even the third time going through those quests. So while I am tired AF of HFP, overall the questing has been great. The dungeoning and raiding. Alright, this was some rough shit. Trying to pug heroics and even normals as a hunter was insane. It was so difficult to find groups as a hunter. We would sit at 4 members for an hour, unable to find a tank, then fall apart. Anytime I saw a group needing DPS, it was looking for member DPS full on hunters. That actually made it pretty difficult to get my Beast Lord set and other dungeon gear. In fact, I just skipped a lot of pieces. I had Brooch and DST before I was able to get Hourglass or Abacus. Even when I was able to get a group, most of them were not that good. The leveling groups were mostly fine, but I had a lot of bad groups at 70, especially for heroics. Pugs for heroics, I have like a 30% success rate. Viewers have told me that I've just had bad luck with that, and usually theirs is a lot higher, and I hope that is true. But if you didn't see it, I urge you to watch this Shadow Lab run I did on stream. It was a normal dungeon with 3 hunters. That sounds amazing, but both of those other hunters were something special. That Shadow Lab run has changed me. I think about it every waking minute of my Hunter Jesus praising life. Cool dang has become a part of my everyday vocabulary. My experiences on the priest were very different, but not always better. It's been kinda, well, it's some weird shit. On the priest, I'm either able to find tons of groups or none. I'll get instant invites and be having random people whisper me for all kinds of shit, because there's just so few healers. Or I give up after looking for a few hours because I can't find anything. Really weird. For raiding, well, it was pretty tough the first 2 weeks. I couldn't find a raid guild at all. I did have a Kara week 2, but fell asleep editing and missed it. My bad. Then I found a good one, and it's been good since, better than any guild I was in Klazzic. Alright, no one cares about my feelings or lived experience. How about the actual dungeons and raids themselves? I really like them. There's a few where I'm ambivalent, or I guess you could say ones I don't give a shit about. Like Shadow Lab, Old Hills Brad, Underbog. But thinking about it, there aren't any dungeons I really hate. It's not like Wrath where I'd get into Oculus and think, God damn it, I don't want to do this stupid dragon vehicle bullshit again. Bad thing is, there's also no standout dungeon that I love. They're all either I don't give a shit or pretty good. There isn't one that I'm excited to do every day, or even excited that it's the daily. I was really concerned with how they would handle heroic difficulty, but they did a pretty good job. They feel appropriately difficult. The only thing I don't like is sometimes tank damage is way too spiky. And I don't mean because people pull all the mobs and don't CC. Even on single trash pulls, it can get a little annoying and sometimes feel more like a dice roll than skill whether I can keep the tank up or not. The raids, though, really surprised me, except for Kara. Kara is great. I already knew that. You already knew that. I loved it in the original. I loved it on the beta, and I love it in Klazzic. It is an excellent raid, right up there with the best of them, like Ulduar. But I remember Gruul and Mag in original not being that fun for me. In Klazzic, they feel maybe a bit too easy, but they're both really fun raids. Mulgar is especially dope with the kill Mulgar first strat. And now that the cubes seemingly always work, Mag is a pretty fun fight too. I was pretty surprised how much I enjoyed the raids. The community. Alright, it's no surprise the community for WoW varies, but I actually think the community has improved compared to vanilla Klazzic. When I was leveling up to 60 at launch, damn near every group I got into had some absolute asshole in it who made the dungeons not fun. That still happens in TBC, but way less so. I mean, I did do a Kara pug on my priest, and the tank just like made up the wife aggro excuse to leave when he didn't need anything else, which I'm sure was made up, but also a dumb excuse in the first place. Just grow some goddamn balls. Then they ninja'd all the BOEs. On the other hand, I found an extremely great group of people to run heroics with on my priest. We spent like 3 days straight running almost every heroic every day. I was actually excited to log in and go play with these people. Not once in vanilla Klazzic did that happen. Like, they were giving me all the motes of life for tailoring, giving me all the Coilfang armaments so I could get the offhand. It really reminded me of the old days of playing WoW, where it felt like a multiplayer game with other people, not complete randos you'll never see again. Playing with, dare I say it, friends. God damn, I love Hunter. TBC Hunter is so good. It feels so good to play. I loved Hunter in Klazzic. I remember enjoying Hunter in original TBC, and hell, I had a lot of fun with it on the beta, but holy shit, playing Hunter is almost transcendent. Tupac said he felt God's hand on his brain when he wrote rhymes. Yeah, well, I feel Hunter Jesus clutch my nuts when I bust steady shots. The rotation ended up being a bit different than I expected, but God, it is fun. Especially in raids when you've got multiple bloodlusts, near infinite mana, haste pots, DST. It really is some of the most fun I have ever had in WoW. I can't think of a class or spec in any expansion that I've enjoyed more. But also, I do really enjoy the priest. It will never supplant Hunter, but healing on the priest has been tons of fun. Leveling Boomkin has been fun. Warrior is still fun. I'm playing it while recording this. Everything I've played in TBC has been fun, except for Rogue. For some reason, leveling Rogue feels like a slog. But I really enjoyed it in original TBC, so maybe I just need to put more time into it before it clicks again. The outlook from here. So, how does the future of TBC look? Well, it's looking pretty good. I don't have any plans on quitting at all. I'm very excited to level these alts. My guild has all kinds of alt raids planned and I'm pumped for those. I'm also very excited for these next phases. I remember SSC and TK being fun raids, except for some bugs. And I just don't want to stop playing the Hunter. My main Hunter is pretty much raid logging, so I've been working on the second Hunter a lot lately. We've been streaming it, so be sure to jump into one of those. With that being said, TBC Klazzic does have a few problems, like BGQ times and the looking for group problems, but they're going to get covered in another video. You know, this is probably the closest thing I've ever done to a fluff piece, and I am okay with that. It's been hard to pull myself away from TBC to even make videos. Like a week straight, I was on the priest 24/7. I couldn't stop playing it. But I also really want to hear what kind of experiences you guys have had in Klazzic. How does it compare to your original TBC experiences? Or if this is your first time in TBC, does it live up to the hype? I would love to know. If you enjoyed the video, hit that sub button, bell, like button, Napoleon rotation button, share button, all that other shit. I appreciate each and every one I get. This channel even has memberships now. You can check them out by clicking the join button right by the sub button. Plus you'll get some really cool emotes while being way better and cheaper than a Twitch sub. I stream right here on YouTube at least once a week, mostly, so I hope you'll join me for that. But that is going to be all for this one. I really appreciate you all watching, and I will see you all for the next one.